So yesterday, at an event in Pennsylvania, Senator and Vice Presidential hopeful J.D. Vance was supposed to go to this restaurant. Apparently, he wanted to do a political event there. He wanted to do a meet and greet, talk to some people, buy some meals, and stuff. Well, what happened? He gets there, and he's getting told their camera crew can't come in. They're not going to be part of a political event. They weren't welcomed in. So they had to go out and meet people out in the parking lot. And a bunch of people got up and left. And JD Vance says that he paid for everybody's food and left a big tip. And of course, they had to chime in with us, no taxes on tips, like he's doing something. But then has to go out and kind of make it a thing that he wasn't allowed in and people were mad and this and that. Well, I got a question. What about the common courtesy? Did nobody in his campaign or any of his staffers think it would be a good idea to call this restaurant ahead of time and say, hey, we want to show up, we want to do this event. When would be convenient? When could we do this? Do you even want us here? When would we not disrupt your business? Can you have the appropriate staff on hand, etc.? Things like that. No? Didn't call? Just showed up. Okay. I mean, seriously. If you have a big event and you show up at a restaurant, don't you normally call ahead, try to make sure you got a room reserved if they have that sort of thing, or that you tell them, hey, I got a party of 30, I got a party of 50 coming, so they can have staff on hand. They can be prepared. And if you're doing a political thing that's probably going to be recorded, you know, don't you want to give the venue a little bit of a chance to maybe set you up an area where you could do it and they could be prepared for, accommodating you? But no, not for JD Vance. He just shows up and expects them to do whatever. And then, says, well, no tax on tips because I'll tip well. Really? It's so weird, so strange. I mean, the common courtesy, like I said, would have been to call in advance. But nobody on his campaign staff thought that would be a good idea to let the restaurant know they were coming. It just blows my mind. And then then he's got to do the meet and greet in the parking lot and try to save face after. If he would have done his due diligence ahead of time, he would have been probably had a venue where they would have had a spot for him. He would have been welcome, and it wouldn't have been an issue. But he didn't think ahead, just showed up. It almost feels like to me that they were driving down the road, picked out the restaurant, and said, "Hey, let's go there. Let's see if that works." Maybe they saw somebody with a Trump bumper sticker or a Trump flag in the parking lot. I don't know, but the whole thing was weird, and they should have called ahead, should have planned for it, and instead they tried to make it an impromptu thing and didn't work out very well for JD Vance.